everybody. Welcome back inside the CrossFit Update Studios. I'm Sean Woodland with Rory McKernan and Pat Sherwood, continuing to get you set for the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games season. Taking a look at the South Regional and the two regions that will feed into it. Basically, the South Regional is going to be the same this year. The only change is we have removed Latin America from the mix. They now have their own regional. So now both the Southwest and South Central will send 20 athletes each to the regional, and 5 men, women, and teams will be advancing to the CrossFit Games. And I think the happiest people about this are the event organizers.
Hey, and the media.
That's true, yeah.
I usually get to travel during regionals, but I know I've called back home after a while, and everything's done on the West Coast.
Right.
But you still got 2 more heats going, and not to mention Dave Castro. Like, you programmed for competitions before, programming for 6 heats as opposed to 4 heats. It's everything's better.
Correct.
About this.
100%.
Well, let's look at the women's side first. And last year we saw a great battle between Camille Leblanc-Bazinet and Tennil. Is there anybody that you're keeping an eye on during the Open who might be able to get into that mix?
I'm super curious to see how Bethany Shadburn does. Last year she competed as Bethany Branham, made it to the games as a rookie where she took 22nd, coming out of 4th place at the regionals, and she did fantastic. I'm always more excited to see how somebody like that does in year number 2. Now that we're talking about her, we know who she is, she has some expectations and some pressure. But to circle back to your question of can anyone give Tennil and Camille a run for their money, I think the answer to that is no. I'm super excited to see what Tennil can do. Whatever that it factor is, like I think she's got that fire, that drive, that passion, like this is her time. Not to say that Camille doesn't, but I mean she's like an industry. She's got 1.2 million Instagram followers, sponsorships, businesses. I mean, she's got a lot going on top of training. Where I see Camille just being more like that Rocky Balboa in the dungeon training each day to let everyone know, hey, what happened last year, that wasn't a fluke.
And really the first adversity that Camille's faced in terms of like coming back from an injury.
Sure.
In the sense of that, I'll be interested to see how she does that. But would she look Curtis Buller in the eye and give him a hard time, which I know that Bethany did. As a rookie,
she got some spark there.
Caught my eye. She got some spark, so we'll see how she's
going to back that up.
I'm watching her too.
Over on the men's side, the great thing about the South Regional is how chaotic and just unpredictable it's been down there. Over the past 3 years, there's only been one guy who's qualified all 3 years from the South Regional, and that's Travis Williams. So as we head into the Open now, who are some people we're going to be watching as far as names that might be able to now get themselves into the mix to get to the CrossFit Games?
I will speak on behalf of our other very opinionated analyst, Tommy Marquez, who couldn't be here today. Tommy's a huge Sean Sweeney fan, and he would cut my head off if I didn't mention it here. He just barely missed qualification last year. He took 6th place. I shouldn't say barely. Took 6th, but was 51 points out, so it wasn't super tight. Did make it to the games the year before where he took 30th, but I mean, I tell you what, if you want to make an impact at the games, getting to the games shouldn't be an issue. And Sean Sweeney's, again, been there once before, so I think this year's going to be very telling.
I'll throw one in the mix, and that was just being at the liftoff and seeing the fire that Tommy Venus has.
Yeah.
Okay.
He obviously made a splash last year. He was more associated with the barbell than anything else, but I think that he's got the work capacity to make a splash because he's a young kid.
He was exciting at liftoff, I'll tell you that.
Oh my God, all of them were, but he was literally like doing the chest bump. They're all like singing to the rap music, and he's got fire. I like watching him compete, so that I hope he does well.
Do you sing to rap music, or do you rap?
I mean, I don't know what to call it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I do.
He was with it, though.
Those are some names that we already know, and of course the great thing about the Open is that there will be some names that emerge here that I'm sure we're going to be talking about in a couple of weeks as far as men and women who are getting into the mix there in both the Southwest and South Central regions. Still time to sign up. Head to games.crossfit.com to sign up for the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games Open. That's it for us for today. For Pat Sherwood and Rory McKernan, I'm Sean, and we'll see you next time.